Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Expert Legion here, and So I'm in the lobby right now. Nothing too much. We're actually gonna talk about perks. A lot of players don't know about perks because whenever they join, they go straight in. Let me just click this real quick. Um, so whenever people join, they'll immediately get into a lobby. They try to get into the lobby. Anyways, what I was trying to say is, when it comes to the game, people will go in, they don't really explore what's going on. They'll be like, okay, room, there's 1, 2, 3, but there are perks in this game. What are perks, you may ask? Well, perks, as it is, there are perks that will help you in game. So let's start with the simple one. Usually it comes with this. This is like the first perk you get, which you always spawn with a flashlight. So what does this mean? Even if you have played this game for a long time, you've noticed there are flashlights located at the on the floor when you came out of your tube, right? So when you die and you don't have this perk equipped, you will never spawn with a flashlight. So you actually lose your ability to look in the dark. But if you have this perk on, you will always guarantee to spawn a flashlight. Okay, so this perk is up to players that are unable to see in the dark. And next up we have, I believe you call this appraiser. Apology if I said it wrong. I'm just gonna call it appraiser. I think that's how you say it anyway. So all items are worth 4% more when you're around. So what does that mean? How do you know that items are worth more than 4%? Well, when you pick up an item, you will notice that the item is shiny. Sorry, when you drop it, you notice the item is shiny. That's because you are around with this perk equipped. That's how you know it's working. If it's not shining, there's probably some bugs or some visual bug, but with the recent patch, they've added the ability to know if you have this perk equipped by the item's shining rarity thing. You'll know when you see it. Next up we have is lightweight. What is lightweight? The sound of your footstep is half that of a normal player. Now, why would this be beneficial, you may ask? Well, I haven't really tested out much. I will eventually because I have to grind up these credits, but shards or credits. I'm going to call it credits. But why is this going to be useful, useless is up to you. This is very situational. Now, why do I say that? Well, this reduces your footsteps as half of a normal player. So when it comes to fighting fishel, or the angler fish, as what people call it, or the purple thing under, yeah. I believe with this perk equipped, okay, I believe, don't quote me on this, I haven't tested out yet, I'll keep you guys updated if I do find out if it works, but my theory is when you have it equipped, you don't have to crouch around fishel. You can just walk normally without getting detected by fishel. You still get detected by fishel, but I guess the sound is half of a normal player. So it's not as... So the thing is, when it comes to this perk is meh. Why? Because you're only handling one monster. Meanwhile, you're fighting with a barb monster, the mannequin, you got the turrets. I mean, turrets really doesn't matter. And then so there's other things you should be focusing on equipping, but it's up to you, okay? I'm not gonna stop. This is just my personal opinion. If you want to use it, go for it, okay? If it helps, good for you. But that is it for lightweight. Next up we have is appraiser 2. All items collected on a floor are worth 8% more when you survive. Now this is different. All items are worth 4% more when you're around. When you survive. When you're around. Sadly, remember, this buff doesn't stack. I actually went on the Discord. I was a bit curious, but no one really responded to me, so I kind of have to figure that one out. Is this buff does not stack. I believe this do. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing they do. It's just this one doesn't. Because all items you collected are worth 8% more when you survive. Which, by the way, really good. Should equip it. But yes, that is it for the Appraiser 2. Next up we have is Bunny Hoppers. what is bunny hopper? Well, bunny hopper is jumping doesn't consume stamina anymore. Well, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you sprint and you jump at the same time, it costs stamina. With this perk on, you can sprint and jump like a bunny hop, like a bee hop. So that doesn't consume stamina anymore, which is really good for running away. I don't know if it's fast enough to run away from Barb or the other monsters, but if you want to use this perk, be my guest. But that is the perk description of the bunny hopper. Next up we have is tank. You are way tougher at the cost of raw speed. What does this mean? Well, you become a walking tank. When it comes to Barb, he'll two-shot you if you do not have this perk on, because it's 50%. So I'm guessing this perk increase up another to 50%. So the usual 100 becomes the 150% of health. So you have 3 chance of staying alive, okay? But I believe that Fischl can still one-shot you, so be careful. But this should help you survive with Barb. I don't know about Mannequin. I think Mannequin one-shots you. And then turrets take a while to really kill you. But yes, that is the perk of tank. I'll do more testing. Okay, but that's it for tank. Next up we have is athletic. You regain your stamina much faster. The description is very simple. Please, if you put a question about athletic in the comments, I will yeet you out the window. Not really. I love you guys. But description very simple. I don't have to go much into this. You regain your stamina much faster. That's all it is. But that is it for athletic. And next up we have professional carrier. You gain an extra slot. However, weight slows you down more. What does this mean? So you gain an extra slot instead of you going to the game and upgrade an additional slot. So let's say you have this perk equipped and I go and upgrade an additional slot. So the usual player that does not have this perk will have 5. Meanwhile, you will have up to 6 because you have this perk unlocked. Good job! But the more item you have, the more it will slow you down. And I believe that if you're holding an item, like holding, not in your hotbar, but I'm taking like 2 hands holding because it's too heavy, your stamina goes slower. So good luck running away from monsters if they do catch you. Okay, but it's very simple for professional carrier, very situational. And next up we have is Appraiser 3. All items collected by you. I see, I wish I can just cut out the U part there and then highlight it and then put it in cap. All items collected by you will be worth 12% more. Hold on, sorry, my screen, there we go. So what's the difference between Appraiser 1, 2, and 3, you may ask? Okay, this is collected by you will be worth 12% more. This Appraiser 1, items are worth 4% when you're around. This Appraiser 2, all items collected on a floor are worth 8% more when you survive. So this right here is actually God tier. Like the meta perk, you could say. Why? Because all items collected by you will be worth 10% more. This will need you to survive, which there's a 50-50 whether or not you're going to survive or not, because there's too much monsters, too much distraction, turrets are all over the place. And then this is just like a lower tier of this. Yeah, this increases your item up when you're around, but I prefer Appraiser 3. It's much better. But yes, that is Appraiser 3, very simple, not too bad. Next up we have this loss. You're weak. Only pro players should try this challenge. Maybe there's a reward from playing like this. I'm guessing your health gets lower, everything gets lower. I don't know about speed. I don't have enough shards or credits to buy this thing yet. But from what I've heard from the developer himself, he said that if you have this perk equipped, you gain ×2 shards. So yes, you do get rewards. So instead of like the usual amount of like how much you complete per, you get ×2 of that. So pretty nice if you have this perk on. Okay, but it says here you're weak, so be careful. Okay, but that is it for loss. Next up we have is glass cannon. We're going into MMORPG and League of Legends. You're much faster, but falling might be the end of you. This perk may be best situational perk. You're much faster. I also believe that when you're holding a large item, you also sprint quicker. Stamina still, I believe stamina still gets consumed the same amount when you're holding a big item, but you run much quicker. But be careful, because in this game, you can actually jump off railings. If you jump from a from a tall height down, that's it. You'll plummet to your death. There's nothing I can do. There's no reboot card here, or I'm not going to bring you back. I mean, I can bring you back next round. But that is glass cannon. You gain extra speed, but you're extremely weak. So be careful, especially Barp. I believe Barp will one-shot you. I'm not too sure on that. Do not quote me on that. You can't see me through my webcam. I have a webcam, but just imagine me pointing at you. Say, do not quote me on this, okay? But yes, you're much faster, but I'm guessing you have lower health. So be careful, okay? These two perks are the new one that just got added in this recent patch. Technician. Electricity usage is 10% more efficient. Does not stack. What does this mean, you may ask? There are different ways to sustain energy on the elevator, so you can stay there much longer, and you can stay there much longer. That means you have more time to collect more items and bring them back to the elevator, equals reaching quota. Yeah, very nice. Now, there's two ways that you can increase your energy, which is basically the thing that at the elevator you can see you can put in your battery. That is one of it, okay? Putting and slotting a battery increases your energy. That is if you're lucky or you bought it from the shop, okay? The second way is finding a power box located randomized. It could be any. Who on earth? Shut. Okay. So what? The second way is I was talking about the power box. Very simple. You flip on the power box. Just make sure the coast is clear before you do anything, because there's an animation that runs through, and you have to flick on switches. Once you've done that, find a power room, the generator room. You know it because there is a there's a control panel. I'll put a screenshot on screen, so you're okay. But that's the room you need to find. Then you click on the panel. You know the panel is working because the panel turns on. If there's no power box, and you try turning on the panel, the panel does not turn on at all. So you know if there's a power box on if the panel turns on. Okay. Once you've done that, you can open it up. You can click 1 through 5. You have to guess which number to turn on the power, by the way. Once you do that, it will reward you between 80 to 100 power. From what I've seen so far, I don't know if the numbers are higher or not, but yes, I believe that's what electricity usage does is increase your electricity usage. So instead of like the usual amount that you usually get from the panel, from like 80 to 100, I'm guessing it's up to like 120 to 150. I'm not too sure, but that's my theory anyway. Same thing with battery. That's my guess. Developers, I know you're watching this. Please let me know if I'm wrong on something so I can fix it. But yeah, I believe that's what technician do. Helps with battery and gaining energy for the elevator. But that is end up yapping about the technician. We're gonna move on to the medical aura. Description: people around you gain a passive heal, including yourself. Now, what does this mean? Sorry, I had to drink water. I'm talking too much. I need water. Now, medical aura. People around you gain a passive heal, including yourself. This is this is a support type of perk. You gain healing. You can heal your teammate. Be like, hey, for example, like you have medical aura. You have the perk equipped, and I got hit by Bart, and I'm 50% HP. I'll be like, hey, come over. I need you to heal. You walk over there. You stay with them, and they'll slowly gain in healing until they max health again, so they can battle with Barp again. But if they get killed by Fish Shoulder, that's on them, okay? But yes, that is literally medical aura. It's a support perk. But that is it for today's guide video. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And developers, I know you guys are watching this, so let me know if I got anything wrong. I will fix it, okay? Because I don't have full data of the game, but just trying to help everybody here. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.